Okay, America. This is from middle-aged, average white blue-collar / blue white-collar guy. Been self-employed my entire life. And a former beer drinker. I used to like drinking beer, but I'm past that age. Every once in a while, at a function, an occasion, a holiday occasion, I might have a glass of wine or a bottle of beer. And that's it. But I loved drinking when I was younger. We partied, as it was said, the 80s. 70s were the sex, drugs, and rock and roll. I was young, but I was getting it in young back in those days anyway. And that's a long story. I'll get to that later. But right now, what I want to do is just address why I'm getting on to the social media, these platforms. And because my experiences in life are pretty unique. And I'm going to share them eventually. I just right now would like to speak on what's happening out here with the push for the tranny movement. You could not have insulted the American people any more than what you did with this young trans person, this really, really strange person who, in my opinion, is only doing what they're doing because it's a form of getting paid without having to really work. When you see that trans person in public, it's a whole different character than you see on the camera. They are acting. They are literally acting. They are dressed up as a female and acting. But what really is just, you cannot salt America any worse than what you did this woke VP young lady. And if you took one look at her and as soon as she opened her mouth, you can understand why Budweiser is absolutely doomed to fail. If anything, she should be working in D.C. with the Biden administration. That's how woke this person is. She does not belong in a blue collar product boardroom figuring out how to sell more product. If anything, she just put maybe the cancerous nail into Budweiser's coffin. They were already slacking on revenue. Now their revenues are going to drop off here in America anyway. Maybe over in Europe, they're much more left-leaning wacko than Americans are. And that's what your Democrat elitists want to push you towards, to be like the control mind fucking freak UK government and the rest of the European governments, which are nothing but autocrats. Anyway, the slap in the face is this, that you're going to say to America, this Ivy League educated, white privileged woman, and listen, I say this all the time, and I know I'm spot on about it. The people behind the tranny movement are the malcontent females, the ones that got so angry when they would see a cover of Sports Illustrated swimsuit edition or Playboy or any other plethora of publications with gorgeous, beautiful women that men fucking love and fawn over. They are so mad. And the truth is, the majority of females in American society are just like that female VP of marketing. They are malcontent, bitter, and angry that they are not those other females, and they want to do away with them. I'm sorry, but it's the gospel truth. And I don't care one way or the other. I don't judge anybody by their looks. But I have been around for quite some time and have navigated many circles. And I got a good read on people. And I'm telling you, our public, that these females, the malcontent females that have any little grip on some sort of power, are the ones who more than any are pushing the tranny movement, says they want to do away with beautiful females. It makes them crazy to see beautiful women get everything in life because they're just so beautiful. I'm sorry, but that's the gospel truth. Okay? And you know what they say about the truth? It hurts. But here's what I want to say, why you insulted every American. How dare you? How dare you, woke idiots, say to the American public that a male, a literal biological male, is now what represents womanhood in our nation. Shame on you. I would like to say a whole lot more in a lot more colorful terms, but unfortunately the people that run these social media platforms, they are also part of that push the tranny movement because they are the same. You got the nerds, you know what I mean? And you know what? Nerds were real popular for a long time when all the tech things were exploding, going great, until the nerds at the top took them all over, and now you're all just subcontractors getting, bottom of the scale wages and being told you can move on, we'll call you when the next job comes up. That's what's going on in your industry. We all know that. If you don't believe me, just look at the layoffs going off all around the tech world. Anyway, that's why America's so insulted, and it is. I am of the opinion, Budweiser, every single product they make should remain eternally on the shelves. They should be pushed into bankruptcy for such an insult to American women. Okay, where are all those fraudulent feminists? That's what I want to know. All the fraud feminists, you know what they are? They're exactly the females that I described. All the malcontents that hate the hot chicks. Let's be honest, that's what your feminists are today. They're the ones that just hate the beautiful girls, despise them because they get all the attention, and guess what? They always will. You'll never erase beautiful chicks. Sorry!